Viewers, am I excited to be here today in the Acora room at Axpona 2022. This is one of the premier rooms at the show, and here's a team that's put this exceptional room together. Let's start from my left. We have Fred Ainsley with Lampizator. We have Rob Reich with Lampizator. Good morning. We have Val Acora.
Good morning, Peter. Good morning, viewers.
We have Greg Barone with United Home Audio.
How you doing?
We have Scott Sefton from Acora. How are you guys?
Good morning. Good.
Well, what we're going to do, viewers, is we're going to show this and feature the source components first. So I'll have Greg talk a little bit about the tape deck. I'll have Rob and Fred talk a little bit about the Lampizator. And then we'll have Scott talk about the VACs, record player, and then we'll talk about the speakers. So let's get started, okay? Greg, tell us about what you have here at the Acora room.
Well, this is my new super deck. It's been a couple of years in the making, and it consists of various parts. You have the tape transport, basically just moves tape from one reel to the other and across the tape head, proprietary UHA tape head. Then we have the outboard head amp. The outboard head amp amplifies the signal off of the tape head and outputs in a line level to your preamp. Then down below here, there's an outboard power supply. The outboard power supply takes AC from the wall, turns it into DC power via three toroidal power transformers. One just runs the tape transport and the electronics inside. The other one runs the right channel, and the other one runs the left channel. But it is nothing but DC power that comes from the outboard power supply into the tape transport, because the motors are all DC motors. And in addition to that, the head amp runs 100% on DC power. So it's very quiet, and you don't have the noise that you would have with AC.
I've had several viewers comment in the videos, are there current decks available to get this treatment and to be updated?
Yes, I have quite a few of them, and that's not a problem at all. There's a couple of options on this deck. For example, the carbon fiber side panels, which match the stock carbon fiber dampening plate on the tape transport. In addition to that, if you're trying not to eat up a lot of rack space, we have a rack here system where on the top shelf of your audio rack, you can accommodate the head amp and the tape transport. So then all you need is one more shelf for the outboard power supply. In addition to that, the other option that's available are the hi-fi stay footers, which allow the tape head amp and also the outboard power supply to float. But the rack does one other important thing. It actually has 11 dampening points that are specifically designed for the weight of the transport that keep it in a vibration-free gel system.
Very good. Well, we can't wait to hear it. We'll be spinning up some music in just a moment here. Let's bring, okay, Fred from Lampizator, it's your turn.
All right. Well, we are exhibiting our brand new Lampizator Horizon deck. This is the statement piece of the Lampizator line right now. We actually just debuted this for the first time in the world about a month and a half ago, and we are very excited to be showing this here in Chicago today. This piece is it's often mistaken for an amplifier, but this isn't DAC. We have a tube staged completely through and through. These are Pento tubes, dual triodes. Right now we're using 6SN7s, but you have a ton of variants we can play with here, and a 5-volt rectifier tube. The permutations that tube rollers can play around with to get their desired sound are literally endless. This new chassis is milled CNC. This will handle all frequencies, PCM, and DSD out to 512. We have all the inputs for any digital connection, literally I2S, HDMI, SPDIF, USB, etc. So this will be a great solution for all of your media needs, and it features a world-class preamplifier that is also remote controlled. So that ends up being an active tube preamplifier. Yeah, we're super proud and excited of this product, and very excited to be showing in a room with such classy partners.
Yeah,
So,
this is the statement room here at the show. Also, I want to mention to the viewers, as a Lampizator with this deck won the Gold Show Award at Florida from AV Showroom, so congrats on that.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we'll keep that momentum going.
I hope so too. We're going to be listening to some music in just a moment or two here, and the viewers will let you hear it too.
All right, excellent.
Thank you, Fred. Okay, Scott, you're next.
So our third option for world-class inputs, the TW Acoustic Black Knight table. It's outfitted with two of the 12-inch Raven arms, one with a Charisma cartridge, the other with a top-of-the-line Dynavector. Those are feeding the VAC statement phono, with, of course, its power supply, going to the VAC statement line stage with its power supply. And just to round out the Lampizator, it's being fed by the Arender.
And Scott, standing in the heart of the system, what do we have here today, Scott?
So as we follow the premium Cardas cable around from the head end to the amplifiers, we're looking at the VAC statement 452s that are driving the Acora SRC2s. You'll notice there, I didn't mention any subwoofers. There's no hidden subs. There's no, what's your, and we're getting this question frequently because these are very well extended as is. No subs, no trickery, no chicanery, just us. Just what you see is what you get.
Well, we were listening yesterday and the sound is exquisite. We were at a tape party on Friday night and the sound was bombastic. So speaking of sound, let's start. We'll cue up a tape and do some listening, and then we'll cue up a digital track, Michel Jones. We'll do some listening. So to the best part of the video review here at Axpona, it's the music.
Yes, let's go.
Here we go. is that beautiful, viewers? It's an Ed Pong tape. The violinist is in the room with us, and the pianist as well. What I heard the body of the violin, I heard the rosin on the bow. The detail retrieval of the Acoras is extraordinary. It really was like the instrument was right here in space with us. Just outstanding, outstanding. For a speaker system that's not the size of a house, you get room that's the size of a concert hall. Great, great presentation here from the Inert at Home Audio Tape Deck. Now let's listen to the Lampizator source front end. We're going to play a track from Michel Jonas, and let's cue that up now. Here we go. viewers. Oh my goodness gracious, I'm sitting here with the goosebumps racing up and down my arms. I've never heard the bass in that sound as realistic as it does here today in the Acora room. This recording is a very tight recording, and when the cymbals come in, you hear them on the right side about 2 minutes in, and it just shimmered the whole right side of the room. There was so much dimensionality to this. I was sitting here with my jaw just resting on my chest. Goodness gracious, the dynamic range of this system, the microdynamics, the macrodynamics. You heard the bass, you heard the attack, detail, organic detail, and naturalness. That's what this system delivers. This is one of the finest audio systems I've ever heard. Well, let's bring the team up and thank them for what a great job they did putting this room together today. Team, what a room you've set up here today. That violin and the Massenet is just in the hall room here with us. We were at that concert. That's a Ed Pong records that in a swimming pool complex in his home. And you could hear the reverberation of the walls. You could hear the breathing of the violinist. It was spookily real. It was just outstanding, outstanding. Greg, you've knocked yourself out of the ballpark with that deck. The system here with the SRC2s, and the big VACs, wow. And you guys, Fred and Rob with the Lampizator, sourcing the Michel Jones, again with the Acora SRC2s and the big VACs, VAC statement, line stage, unbelievably real, unbelievably real. So what this room is doing is extreme realism, extreme naturalness, drawing you into the music. You guys, just, wow. Pat yourselves on the back. Fabulous. So, Fred, thank you.
Thank you for visiting.
Rob, thank you.
Thank you, Peter. Thank you, viewers.
Scott, thank you.
Happy to have you here.
Greg, thank you.
Thank you.
And Val, you're a design genius with this loudspeaker. Your years of being an audiophile, your family in the stone business, it all came together here today. I think this is one of the finest presentations of an audio system I've ever heard.
Thank you, Peter, for the gracious words. It's been a pleasure to host you this morning. It's been a wonderful time. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, Fred. Thank you, Robert.
Thank you, Pat.
Thank you,
Thanks.
Greg. Thanks, Scott. This has been a great team and a great show.
Well, thank you guys. Viewers, check out all these products. You'll not regret it. Take care. Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye.